This girl learns to shoot before knowing how to write. She makes her dad proud.
And if you don't start them off young, they're not going to be as introduced into it as they get older. So the younger you can get a kid in the outdoors and shooting guns, the better life they'll have. Yep. Full. You want to do semi or full? Semi? Okay, we'll do semi. Does she know what it means? Oh, yeah. Yeah, she knows.
People here defend their lifestyle. It's a state with the most conservative population in the country. Oklahoma is in the heart of the Great American Plains, right in the middle of the Bible Belt, the most religious area of the country. The 4 million residents are predominantly white, Christian, and mostly agriculturally oriented. Here, they hunt deer raised on farms. No other state is as involved in defending the main principles of the Republican Party.
God, guns, and glory, right?
During the conquest of the West, Oklahoma saw the most famous criminals like Jesse James or Bonnie and Clyde. The state has retained some of the old ways from that time and is a record breaker in terms of criminal law enforcement.
We are spending more money on people in prison per year than we are for students.
Sheriff's Office, identify yourself.
Here, small crimes lead directly to prison.
So in Oklahoma, whiskey manufacturing is a felony. It's the same penalty as like manufacturing methamphetamine.
Our mentality is kind of left over from the Wild West that we expect law and order.
Oklahoma has the highest incarceration rate in the country and the highest number of women in prison. This is because of a law that punishes them more than men for the same crimes.
We know someone that received a 30-year sentence for failure to protect their child from their abuser and the child's abuser, who ended up with 2 years in county jail.
Oklahoma has been affected by 2 violent outbreaks in American history. The racist massacres in Tulsa in 1921, where between 100 and 300 black Americans were killed by the masses, and the Oklahoma City bombing of a federal building by white supremacists in 1995, where 168 people were killed. Today, radicalism has a different face. Christian far-right activists are mobilizing.
In our nation, in our state, a lot of people like to pretend that abortion is now.
Under pressure, the governor banned abortion. Some women dare to protest, but they are few in numbers. As a result, women are forced to travel thousands of kilometers to have an abortion in neighboring states.
I mean, we were looking at remedies. I know, like castor oil. I was trying to just see anyway rather than coming here and doing it safe.
Oklahoma, a paradise for conservatives, but a living nightmare for everyone else. Our journey to Oklahoma begins in Stigler, a small town of 3,000 inhabitants set in a landscape that resembles the Wild West. Thousands of acres of fields where cattle graze between oil pumps, where everyone meets at the weekend for a barbecue or to watch the children's football game. The most important value here is order. The state is one of the toughest in the country when it comes to dealing with offenders. The law enforcer here is the town's sheriff.
He's going to be arrested for driving under the influence, operating a motor vehicle with no valid license, and transporting no container of alcohol.
The 38-year-old Tim Turner has been the county sheriff for 6 years, a law enforcement veteran who collects awards like Sheriff of the Year or Best Investigator. Elected and re-elected by the public, the secret of his popularity is his uncompromising attitude. Tonight, he and his men will go on a patrol searching for offenders.
The mission will be that we focus on aggressive traffic patrol, and then we'll set up a few driver license checkpoint after dark later on in the evening.
His credo is 2 words: zero tolerance.
I will tell you that we are probably one of the most aggressive sheriff's offices in the state. And I don't want to say that we always find it, but I will tell you that a lot of times when we're out in force like this, something will happen. Because, I mean, we know what to look for, we know who to look for, and it doesn't matter your ethnicity, doesn't matter your age, it doesn't matter your sex. I mean, if you're doing wrong, we're gonna come find you.
As night falls, the sheriff's team sets up checkpoints. The roadblock has been placed at a strategic junction between two roads that cross the country.
You guys have anything illegal in the vehicle we need to know about?
We kind of keep an eye out for out-of-state plates, such as Arizona, New Mexico, Texas, because they're all border states of Mexico. You know, and a lot of drugs come out of Mexico, and they'll come up through here, and they'll try to go to the East Coast somewhere, and a lot of them will cut through our county.
Sheriff Turner is stationed a bit farther.
Well, once you guys set up, I'll be a runner. I'll sit down here in the dark and see if we get one running. County deputies have one of the toughest jobs. I tell my guys all the time that, you know, a lot of municipalities and city police officers, they get to work under streetlights. Sheriff deputies work with flashlights.
In the middle of the night, anyone seen is a suspect. A passerby appears in the distance.
What is it?
The man is carrying a rifle and starts to run away.
501 LaFleur County unit. Go ahead. I got a man with a gun down here in Callington. I got permission to make contact. He's running. Be a white male, black shirt, blue jeans, ball cap, carrying a rifle.
The sheriff is quickly joined by his men.
Hey, Chase, he comes right through here. When you can see open field right there, he's got to be bedded down right here, or he's went into one of these.
The officer's presence startles a neighbor.
Who are y'all looking for?
The guy that just ran with a gun.
Somebody ran with a gun?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. All right, have a good day, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
The fugitive vanished, leaving everything he was carrying behind.
Huh?
Cup of milk.
Is that what it is? Yeah, that's the ball cap he had on.
I was more concerned about.
Sheriff's office, identify yourself.
That's it. That's the long gun.
As they search, the sheriff's team gets hold of the fugitive's loot, a bag and a computer.
There's no reason that a normal person runs. The stuff he's threw down could be stuff that he just got out of a burglary. We don't know. But one thing about it, he was up to no good.
The sheriff's men search the area, but fortunately for the suspect, they do not find him. The laws in Oklahoma are quite strict. A simple burglary is a crime punishable by several years in prison. Before leaving, the sheriff comes across yet another surprise.
I don't think we were supposed to find this.
What is it?
Looks like a moonshine still, bro.
Are you serious?
Get over here.
A discovery that could send one to prison. An illegal alcohol distillery. All the equipment is seized.
Somebody's been using it. So in Oklahoma, whiskey manufacturing is a felony. It's the same penalty as like manufacturing methamphetamine.
In this state, owning a weapon of war is allowed, but making your own alcohol can land you in prison for 3 years. With this type of law, Oklahoma has the highest incarceration rate in the U.S. The next morning at the sheriff's office, all seized weapons are turned over to his deputy.
How you, sir? What's going on? Man, those guns we were bringing over to Timmy at 1.
Okay.
We got in your office, so.
The only case where weapons are prohibited is when their owners have committed a crime or an offense.
Oh, crap.
These guns are going to be put amongst hundreds of others in the evidence room. Floor to ceiling, weapons seized in operations around the county. Most of them will be sold at auction at the end of the investigation.
For a small county, we shouldn't have hardly any, but we do have a few, yeah. And we're running out of space. We need more space, which is sad.
As for the offenders, they're not far away.
Okay, let's go.
They are at the end of the corridor.
You guys have any guns on you? Okay.
The sheriff also runs a detention center where 76 men and women are detained separately.
We may catch them with drugs or burglary or possession of stolen stuff. Just whatever they're arrested for, we'll bring them in here.
Oklahoma is known for its ultra-repressive penal policy. Capital punishment is used more than anywhere else in the country. Offenders get sent to prison after their first crime. After committing their third one, they are automatically sentenced for life. Here, prisoners are in pre-trial detention, and the one who welcomes them is Shane Duncan, the jailer.
Orange jumpsuits. So I figure out what size they need, bring their orange jumpsuit out, get them shoes. So we take them in there, we do a strip search on them, we bring them back out, and once we bring them back out, we take them to, we put them here against the wall, and we do their picture. This is our kitchen area.
These are the prisoners in charge of cooking.
They make breakfast, lunch, and supper for everybody in the back, all the other inmates.
For the inmates, cooking is a privilege reserved for model prisoners. They are called the trustees, the ones who are trustworthy.
So this is where they spend their downtime.
A rather comfortable cell with its own shower.
We have 5 inmates right now that we have out on trustee status. They do laundry, they cook, they go out around the community, pick up trash.
For the others, it's 15 prisoners per cell and only 1 hour's walk a day in this tiny yard. Here, temporary detention can last a very long time.
They could be here for a couple of years. If not, they'll go to DOC, which is Department of Corrections, and we might just house them for a few months. So some of them can be up to 8 or 9 years and do it here.
I do need to talk to Terry.
To me?
Yeah, when are y'all gonna give me a chance of being a trustee, man? Hey, I could have ran. Hell, there was a hole in the ceiling for 2 days, and I stayed on my rack. And y'all afraid I'm gonna run? It ain't fair. Okay. But I ain't been in no trouble. I ain't been in no fights.
Let me talk to Timmy.
Pinky promise.
This guy here, he's been an outlaw all his life, but I still like him. I mean, you can't help but like him. But that's how most of these guys are. They've just made a bad decision at some point, and that's why they're here.
Good guys who can spend a long time in prison. In Oklahoma, even those who didn't commit crimes are punished. It only takes a small offense to have your name displayed in public. Before leaving the city, we stop to visit another local specialty, a printing house. David and Chris Reed, a father and son, are the owners of a very successful newspaper in the state. Jailbirds, the monthly account of all the offenders.
So this is the last one of today. Looks good. Looks like they could have been a little bit brighter on the black on some of them, doesn't it? That's okay.
The editorial line is quite straightforward. The monthly magazine publishes all the photos taken by law enforcement agencies during arrest of county residents, from the most serious crimes to minor offenses. A concept that attracts 25,000 readers per issue, especially in the countryside.
So if you're in a small town, you look through Jailbirds, man, I know him and him and him. But if you're in a big city, you may not know very many of the people. So
all these offenders have their faces printed and distributed, even though many will be found innocent. An added layer of humiliation for the offenders, which doesn't seem to bother the father and son.
It's the Oklahoma legislature that decides what information is available to the public. So what we do, the only thing we do that's different is we take the information that is available to the public and make it public. People are in jailbirds. They're not in jailbirds because of me. If it wasn't us publishing, it'd be somebody else.
No mercy for criminals, even those who are ultimately innocent. Another example of Oklahoma's uncompromising approach. One category of the population is particularly targeted: women. In this state, they are often sentenced more than men for committing the same crimes. As a result, Oklahoma has the highest rate of women in prison in the country. Christy Luther knows a thing or two about it. She spent 5 years behind bars for causing a fatal traffic accident. Now she runs hairdressing classes in prisons and speaks against the unfair laws against women in the state.
They love you here.
I love them here. Treat them like people, you know? Thank you.
Many of them are imprisoned only for using drugs, but some have been convicted of a crime that is punished in Oklahoma more than anywhere else: maternal neglect.
Yeah, nice. You guys are doing braids and roller sets? Yes, ma'am. Awesome.
In Oklahoma, if a child is abused, even if the father is the abuser, the mother will be convicted of failing to protect the child.
My initials, look at that, the C.
The whole legal system is a nightmare for women in Oklahoma. In the evening, we meet up with Christy in a small house just outside of town.
You got pineapple in there or no? No. Okay, I want to try this. Is this your first smoothie that you made? Second smoothie you made since you've been out?
Oh, I'm kind of scared.
I don't know. Is it going to blow?
Oh, wait, I know why. I forgot I
cleaned it.
Yeah, that's a good one. It's a lot.
Yeah, I know that is a lot.
Upon release, former inmates often have nowhere to go. With donations, Christy was able to buy this house where she houses 5 of them.
So this is one of the rooms, so maybe you can peek in here.
A great starting point. A lot of former prisoners have terrible difficulties to reintegrate. When they return to normal life, they have a huge debt to pay. In Oklahoma, prisons are not free. The longer the sentence, the higher the price.
I owe $107,000 to the Department of Oklahoma after I did 7 years.
The fines and fees for in Oklahoma, like a meth charge, one meth charge is $25,000. If you have 4 different charges, there's $100,000. Then they set you up on payments of $50 a month. How long will that take to pay off? Because if you don't pay or you miss a payment, they can revoke your sentence and send you back to prison.
You want me to get out of prison, you want me to work the job that you didn't help me get, and then you want me to pay you guys all this money after all this time that I spent in prison.
It's like housing cattle.
Warehousing.
Warehousing. It's all it is. And we're their bacon. We're the money. So if they don't have us, they don't get their money.
I mean, from rides to...
In Oklahoma, maternal neglect is one of the main reasons why there are, on average, twice as many women in prison as in the rest of the U.S.
They did not.
And here they would rather you be in the home, taking care of your children, than to be out doing anything, even if it's productive, a job, or it's very
archaic.
Very archaic. Very old school, good old boy system.
There are currently 342 women imprisoned for maternal neglect in Oklahoma. 1 in 6 are women. This is how Tondalao Hall, Christy's former student, was sentenced to jail. In 2004, she was only 19 years old when her partner beat her 2 children, aged 3 months and 2 years. They suffered broken bones. The man was sentenced to 9 years in prison. In actuality, he spent only 2 years behind bars. She, who was never violent, was sentenced to 30 years in prison for failing to protect her children.
It's over, you know, my life is over.
After a national protest, she was finally pardoned after serving 15 years of her sentence.
Tondaleo Hall walks out of prison free and into the arms of her 16-year-old son.
We are back to prison. It's a big day.
Hi! You ready?
Christy meets up with one of her students for her last hours in prison.
Yay!
Yay!
41-year-old Brandy has spent half her life in prison, also because of the Maternal Neglect Act. Today, she takes last steps towards freedom.
Can you believe it? 21 and a half years to the day.
Yes. To the day.
To the day.
Yes.
I know, I listened to you. You look great.
Cool.
And you wore the right eyeliner to go with your shirt.
Yeah,
how about that?
Look, it matches.
I know, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Brandy's son died of meningitis when he was 1 year old. The Oklahoma court found her guilty of abuse. The father, on the other hand, was never charged. For Brandy, this return to freedom is a leap into the unknown.
I feel like whenever I get overwhelmed, I better tell myself at least I'm not in prison anymore. Focus on all the little things that you're going to be grateful not having to deal with anymore, like using the bathroom with everybody and taking a shower with everyone and being in a big open pod and everyone being crazy all night long. And
Upon her release, Brandy heads to the Capitol, where she is expected to attend a panel discussion on the unjust situation of women in prison. She and Christy meet up with other former inmates. Brandy agreed to give her testimony.
The interim study? Yeah.
In the parliamentary chamber, Brandy faces prosecutors and lawyers. A difficult speech after 21 years in prison and barely 2 hours of freedom.
Pull that microphone up kind of close and give us your name, please.
thank you. My name is Brandy Alexander. Thank you for letting me speak today. And I've been incarcerated for 21 and a half years since I was 19. I had 3 children before I came here that were all under 5. And so my son, he had meningitis and I came to prison for neglect. And because my mother-in-law wanted me gone, she told them bad things, which, thank God, I just now finally got in contact with my babies. December and February, they contacted me and told me they figured out, you know, they've grown up and figured out what really happened, but some people don't get that chance. Everything that we went through isn't who we are. So, yeah, thank you guys.
Any questions?
Brandy has been separated from her children, not seeing them during her sentence. She hopes to reconnect. As for Christy, she's calling for an end to the law on maternal neglect, which she believes is fundamentally unfair.
We're here to say, this is wrong. Look at us. We have a voice. This is wrong. Do something about it. So the whole, you know, one of the parts of the interim study is to pique an interest for lawmakers to write something, to step up and be brave and not just stay comfortable, but to be brave and say, yes, that's wrong. Let's write a bill about that. So that's what we hope for, you know?
That's awesome.
Okay, so, and you have my number, right? I know you have you know it, you have it memorized. Well, I just want to make sure you feel safe and everything.
Yeah, thank you.
So, okay. Even if you had to call me at 2 in the morning.
You're my family.
Thank you. I love you.
I love you too.